everyone, it's Erica with Crafteinated, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on the gift card holders I make. I have done one in the past for Christmas ones, but today I'm going to do a birthday one, and I've been working on them to, put more in my stock and get ready for future shows. So far my shows have been canceled, but I still want to make sure I have enough stock because I took these to work and everybody bought them at work, so I sold out. So this is what the inside looks like, and it's really cute because it like pops up and that's where the gift card goes. And then I always put like a to and from and a little saying down next to where the to and from is. And then it has this really cute belly band. And I'll also link, because I did do this before, I'll link my previous video, and I'll also link the video I went off of to do these initially. I do things a little bit differently than the woman did that did the initial video. She was a Stampin' Up, what are they called? Demonstrator. So she did it a little bit differently, but I'll post mine and hers in the comments, so if you want to see another way to do it, you can look at hers. So for the things that I need is I'm going to need my scissors. I use the adhesive, I'm going to get one that has more on it. I'm going to use the adhesive tape. And then I need my corner chomper. And I need wet glue, as well as my scoreboard, just down here, and my paper cutter. So that's the main things that you need for this project. And then for the items I'll use, like the supplies, I'm going to use a piece of, this is a 12 by 12 piece of blue paper that I'm going to use. And then I have this Echo Park Happy Birthday kit, and I made some cards out of this in the past. So I'm going to use some of the scrap from that, and then I'm going to use the stickers as well. So I'm going to use some of this scrap that I have. I'm not really sure which colors I'm going to go with yet. Maybe this yellow and the cupcakes. That's probably what I'll do. But they're all really cute. And then I also have, and I went to Joann's today, and I got this Pebbles birthday wishes, and I got a lot of stuff to go with that, but I did want to use up this scrap first. But I'll probably use one of these stickers on the inside, or I'll use one of these stickers on the inside. Another thing that I have that I'm going to use is I have the ephemera pack from Echo Park, so I'll probably use one of these for on the belly band. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, and I'll tell you why I do it this way, is you're going to want to cut your 12 by 12 piece of paper at 10 first. So I'm going to do that. So we're going to cut this at 10. And then we're going to cut it at 4.5. I'm sorry, 4 1/4. 4 1/4. And the reason I cut it at 10 first is because then you can cut it at 4 1/4. And that's 1. You can cut it at 4 1/4. And that's 2. And then you're left with this, and then I cut it at 1. Sorry, it's hard to line it up on this cutter. I just got this one. It's a little bit different than the one I was using. Okay, so 1. And then you're going to cut it again at 1. And then this is just going to be some scrap. So the reason I do it like that is because now you have 2 bases and 2 belly bands, so you can make 2 gift card holders from 1 sheet. So I'll put this to the side because I'll use that later for another card. And then this, the belly band, I cut at 7. And then this, I usually just throw this away. So the first thing you'll have is a piece of paper that's cut at 4 1/4 by 10, and another piece of paper that's cut at 1 by 7. And then I'll score this one. So you score the base of your card, and you're gonna score it at 3, 4, 5, and 8. So 3, 4, 5, and 8. And then to fold this, so this is going to be your bottom portion, like where like the tag goes like to and from. And I also use my bone folder. I guess I didn't say bone folder, but I also use my bone folder. And then this is going to fold in. And then this is going to fold out that way. And then this one's going to come in as the flap. So what you're kind of left with here is your bottom base piece, this mountain peak, which is where your card's going to go, and then this flap that when you go like this, it'll flap over. And see, this happens sometimes where it's literally just a little bit too long. So when that's the case, I just trim off just a tiny bit. Because you want it to have a nice fold close. So let's see how it looks now. And honestly, just a little bit more still. Perfect. So then that's the base of the card, of the gift card holder. And then I'm going to round the corners with the 1/2 inch rounder on the corner chomper. And then that's basically the base of that. So then you pick out your paper that you're going to dress it with. And I already kind of did that. So I'm going to use, I really like this cupcake, so I'm going to use that for the outside. So I'm going to cut it at 4, and then again at 4. And then I'm going to cut it at 2 3/4. And another one at 2 3/4. At the end, you'll have 4 pieces of paper that are 2 3/4 by 4, 2 pieces that are 4 by 3/4, 2 pieces that are 4 by 1 3/4, and that's how you dress the whole thing. So it's just kind of picking which paper you want where. So I'm going to use this paper. It's going to go here and back here, because they don't have that much of it. So that's what I'm doing with that one. So that I'm going to put to the side, the scraps of that. And then I'm going to use this diagonal striped yellow paper. So I'm going to cut it at 4. And then I'm going to need another one cut at 4 for all of the pieces that I need to cut. So this is the outside. So this is all the outside, and then I'll need one that is 4 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut that. And that's going to be like that right there. So I'll put these to the side. This is the outside of my card. And then we'll do the inside. So I'll need one that's 4 by 2 3/4. One that's 4 by 3/4. And this one's always hard to cut for me. And then we'll need another one. That's going to go back there. And then we need another one that is 4 by 2 3/4. And a last one that is 4 by 1 3/4. All right, so all the pieces are cut that you need. Just gonna pull it out here. So then you'll go and you'll round the corresponding corners with the 1/2. Okay, so that's going to be the inside. And I could have used the other side and had the presents, which is just as cute, but I kind of like the yellow against the blue. So that's what I went with. And then this one's going to have the cupcakes here. So I'll round these 2 corners. This one's going to go right here, so I'll round those 2 corners. And then this one's gonna go on the back and doesn't need rounded at all. So I'm gonna dress it in just a minute. I wanna show you how to do the rest of this so I can just put the tape on and kind of speed it up when I go to do that. So when I put the 1 3/4, I put it closer to the score line. Not right on it because you want it to be able to fold well, but just a little bit above it, like 1/8 of an inch, because you're going to cut this top portion to put the card in. So I'm going to use my wet glue, and you just kind of go around and make a pocket underneath. So here, I'll show you. So just a thin line and make your pocket, and then you'll close it. And I like using the art glitter glue for this because it's super permanent. And then if you get some on there a little bit, you just wipe it off and it's fine. It dries clear. And then what you do is I get my cutter back out. And just trim off just a tiny bit of the pocket, or for the pocket, I should say. And then I just double check with my tool, and the pocket's good and secure. And then you'll dress it. And once you're done dressing it, you use your belly band. I'm just going to do this all now and then I'll dress it and decorate. And then you flip it. And I use my bone folder just to make sure that the lines are crisp. And then I mark where it ends with my bone folder. And that's how I know where to put the glue. And there it is. So I'm just going to speed it up, put it to music. I'm going to dress it. I'm going to decorate it. And then I'll show you how I package it once I'm done with that. Okay, so it is all done. I think it turned out really cute. I love this tag that I put on the front. It said it's party time. And there's the back, and the belly band just slides off. Now for when I package it, I put a business card inside where the gift card would go. Just so it's kind of like a visual reminder of where the card goes, as well as now they have one of my business cards. So it works out for everyone. And then this says happy birthday to you from me. And this says to and from. And then I put this sticker down here that says hooray. So I just package it back up with the business card inside. And then I use, these are from Clear Bags. It is the B35M or the 3 5/8 by 5 3/4. And then I just slide it into one of these. Turn it over. And there it is. And I just think it looks really cute packaged up, and I think that these are super cute. I sell these for $3 a piece at my craft shows, and if I sell them at work or anywhere else. And I think that they're a really good deal, because if you were to go get a regular gift card holder, it would be just as much at the store or more. And I just think that these are a lot cuter because like they pop up and they have a spot in there to write. So that's my gift card holders. Like I said before, I'll link the other 2 videos below. I can link these clear bags as well. So I will link all of that below, and let me know how you guys like the video. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye.